Hey everybody, this is Dead Winter Dead with another Battlefield 4 video for you. Today we're taking a look at some Rush gameplay on Shanghai, brought to you by the URock gaming community. Now, if you're not familiar with the URock servers or the community, really good community. I personally am not a part of it, but I've got quite a few friends who are, and I often find myself playing on their servers simply because there are a lot of good gamers in this community, and they often challenge me. I have a hard time playing against them, and if you remember one of my other videos, if you find yourself just steamrolling people on the same servers over and over and over again, switch it up. Find another server. Find another group of players to play with, or another community, because it's time to challenge yourself just to get better. Now, this is not the most spectacular gameplay you will ever see from me. In fact, it's pretty subpar for me. But there was a couple things that I noticed while playing on this server that I just wanted to point out. I've been trying to bring you guys some post-commentary breakdown of some matches. And since conquest matches are just too long and too drawn out, and they're just honestly pretty boring to watch, the matches that I will be doing this post-commentary on will most likely be Rush. I don't play a lot of Domination. I don't play a lot of TDM or Squad Deathmatch or any of that, but I do play quite a bit of Rush, and I enjoy Rush a lot. Now, sometimes I find that these maps are not very Rush friendly. Some of the Chinese Rising maps are just hideous for the attackers, but most of the vanilla maps are okay. They're a lot better balanced in my opinion. Now, right there, as you saw, we do have an MCOM going off, but I wanted to try to clear that area out before I disarm the MCOM. Simply because I spotted the bad guy in that rear hallway. That rear hallway next to the elevator is a great attacking lane. And you have to push if you're the attacker, but the problem with it is it's so obvious. If you have just a halfway competent team defending, they will lock that area down and just turn it into a meat grinder. So if you can take very quick advantage of it and keep the enemy on their heels, that back hallway is basically your ticket into this little shopping compound right here. That's your gateway into it. The other gateway is obviously attacking the roof and then jumping down on all sides. This attacking team decides to land on the roof, use their chopper to land on the roof. I don't know if they had a spawn beacon or if they were just landing chopper after chopper, but they get up on the roof and then they fire, like right here, little RPG pro guy. They fire rockets down onto our positions, but they can also parachute. Pretty much they have a 360-degree ring that they can parachute around both objectives, because as you see on this map, both objectives are pretty much in that same little compound. Now, I'm running the M249 with a suppressor, a hollow sight, a 2x mag, and a stubby grip. Right here, drop the Claymore. As you can see, we are disarming right now. I see a guy trying to drop some explosives on us from that elevated breezeway. He takes me down, we get the disarm, but as you can see, he goes back in for the rearm, and my Claymore gets him. Remember to drop those Claymores. They're extremely useful, especially in situations like that. They kind of give you that second chance. You drop a Claymore in an area, you end up getting outgunned or outshot. As you can see right there, I forgot to put my boosts on. That's just one of those things that I always forget to do. I figure DICE gives them to us for free. I might as well burn them up, because once you reach rank 110, you're not going to really need them anymore. So I might as well just burn them up. But back to the Claymores. If you get outgunned and you've dropped a Claymore in some little secret squirrel area, you will, that's kind of your insurance policy, or your second chance. Right here, this guy caught me basically with my pants down. Caught me with my pants down, watched me drop the Claymore, and then he inches past it and destroys it from the rear. And I believe he also gets, yep, he does arm the Bravo objective after taking me down. So we now have to move in and get the objective. Now, one of the reasons that, if you saw, I switched squads there. One of the reasons I switched squads mid-game, I sometimes do that, but not usually. It was because the guys in that squad were just, I mean, they were doing nothing. They were trying to get into the enemy spawn and steal their tanks as we were struggling to keep these MCOMs alive. They were just kind of driving around our spawn in tanks, trying to take long shots across the river at the destroyed hotel area. They just weren't doing any good. Now, obviously, you all know different maps require different tactics, and different game modes require different tactics. On Rush, your only objective, if you're the defender, is to keep the enemy away from your MCOMs and disarm the MCOMs if you get the chance. That's it. It's not about kills. It's not about knives. It's not about vehicle destroys. It's about defending those MCOMs. So when I get into a squad that does kind of goofy stuff like that, where they're just kind of floundering around and, you know, camping rooftops or just being ridiculous, I tend to just leave that squad, and I try to join a squad that's actually trying to get the objective done and, you know, beat the enemy at their own game. So that's just kind of a note for me. I would suggest that you guys do that if you're struggling with a squad and you find that, like, you're really the only one that's really kind of PTFOing, and it doesn't have to be score. I mean, you could have a sniper up on a crane racking up kills and have a tremendous score and a great KD, but if you keep losing MCOMs while he's just sitting there racking up kills, he's not benefiting the team. If you're going in there and getting killed, trying to defuse MCOMs or trying to arm MCOMs, depending on what side you're on, you're a lot more useful to your team than you are just some sniper who's hanging back, padding his KD. Now, don't get me wrong. That's not to say that you need to just run into the fray and completely waste your tickets. The attackers have a limited number of tickets, and I believe in official servers it's only 75. It's really, really low. Some of the other servers, they're allowed to kind of jack them up a little bit, but I think the official ones, it's a really low number, and it's kind of out of whack. DICE should really look at that and adjust that number, because you don't really have a chance. You don't really stand a chance as the attackers unless the defenders are just completely inept. But remember that as the attacker, you have a finite number of tickets, so don't just go in there and waste your life trying to, like, you know, die in a blaze of glory, you know, just to sort of PTFO. Make sure you're doing things right. And as I say this, I'm completely just getting hosed. I ended up smashing my hand trying to help my son work on a piece of equipment that he got for Christmas, and smashed my hand up. So that's kind of why I was gone for a couple of days. Wasn't really playing because I couldn't really hold the mouse, and I'm still having trouble. So anyway, guys, I got some more stuff coming. I actually got a big one planned in the next couple of days. So just stay tuned. My name is Dead Winter Dead. Thanks for watching.